What's up, guys? Brett Kelly here. If you're watching this, chances are you've either had an ACL tear, maybe you've had surgery, maybe you're doing rehab and you're just feeling overwhelmed, frustrated, and honestly just scared about what's going to come next. And I totally get it. I've been there. I've worked with tons of athletes that have been there as well. And one of the hardest parts about ACL injury is not knowing what the process is. You're not knowing what it's supposed to look like. You've never been there before, perhaps. So you probably have a million questions at this point. They're all running through your head, and I'm just here to help overall. People are always asking, will I feel normal again? I get a lot of people asking how long this is going to take. Will I lose my spot maybe if I'm in a team? And will my knee ever be trusted again? So, and all that kind of stuff is completely normal. So it's normal feelings to feel that way. It's normal questions to ask. Like I said, I hear that from everybody. Overall, there's good news though. Thousands of athletes successfully return to sport from ACL injuries every single year. And with the right plan and guidance, that process is going to get even better for you. So typically it's a 65% return rate, but with my athletes, we're closer to a 90% return rate. So the biggest thing that I want you to understand right now is this: ACL rehab happens, injuries happen. ACL rehab happens in phases, okay? So you don't need to have everything figured out day one. You need to focus on what your next steps are right in front of you, which changes every single day, right? So earlier on, the goal should be calming down the knee, reducing that inflammation as much as you can, okay? It's gonna be swelling, it's gonna help reducing the inflammation is going to help get your range of motion back, that full flexion, full extension. That's going to help you walk normal again. And honestly, this phase is not really flashy, but it's one of the most important phases to make sure the rest of everything else is set up and your foundation is set up. So if you skip those basics early, it can create a lot of problems long term. So make sure you get that range of motion back and that inflammation down. Then as the knee improves, rehab can start shifting towards rebuilding that strength, right? So this is where a lot of people misunderstand ACL rehab. So recovery is not just about sitting there and waiting a certain number of months. It's not like you're going to be back necessarily right at 6 months or right at 9 months, right? So strength actually matters more than overall time, okay? We have to make sure we're at those numbers we need to be. So your knee needs to actually be prepared for the demands of the sport. Again, it's not just time. That means rebuilding your quads, which is super important, but also your hamstrings, your glutes, your calves, everything kind of atrophies. So eventually we'll take that all into running, jumping, landing, cutting, deceleration, reacting to type things. And here's something else that is really important. Again, progress is not linear. Okay, so there's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be some weeks where you feel amazing, and there's going to be some weeks where the knee feels like it's going to fall off. It's sore, it's stiff, it's frustrating to feel that way, right? And that's totally normal as well. ACL rehab and really any injury has the ups and downs. And like I said, it doesn't mean that you're failing. It just means it's part of the process. So the final phases of rehab is not just getting cleared though too, that late stage rehab piece, which is really what I specialize in. It's rebuilding our confidence to get back to our sport. It's trusting your knee again, it's trusting your body again. It's being able to move in that full speed without hesitation, right? You want to be safe, but also confident in your knee too. So as you go through this process, here's what I'm trying to accomplish with you guys step by step. So again, number one, reduce swelling. Number two, restore your full extension, so getting that quad activation. Number three, all that's going to lead into number four, which is just walking normal again. Build overall strength, progress into running, learn proper landing, so like deceleration mechanics again, and plyometrics, and eventually get into some of your sport activities gradually and safely, okay? And remember, this is a process that takes a long time. It takes a lot of patience too, so take the time, ask the questions if you have them, and don't compare yourself to the person next to you or somebody you see on social media. Focus on the static good days together, trusting the process and the control of what you can control. So every day is different, right? That's exactly why I built this community. Okay, it's to help simplify the ACL process, is to give you a roadmap and help you avoid mistakes that keep athletes stuck all the time. So take a look through the rest of the course, start learning the phases, start learning what the process is going to be like. Again, this is just to build overall confidence, and I'm here to help. So if there's anything that I can help with, feel free to shoot me a DM or just message on the discussion board, and we can help you out. Good luck.